What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, Ant, and we are covering All Elite Wrestling Dynamite from July 12th, 2023. Let's dive right into the action. We start the night out with Chris Jericho defeating Kommander in a great match. A lot of action here, but Jericho gets the win after applying the Lion Tamer, and Kommander taps out. Kommander is one of my favorites, and Jericho actually was pretty impressive in this match. Don Callis comes out. Callis says, "Did you see the ratings for our segment last week? The world is buzzing of Chris Jericho joining the Don Callis family. Years ago, we were all in a group together." And then Callis proceeds to show Jericho footage from 1995 of Callis, Jericho, and Bad News Allen Brown all together. Bad News Allen. Jericho says, "I remember that was 1995. Bad News said we need to always stick together." And then Callis says, "We didn't keep our promise to him. He's smiling up there in heaven seeing us. You need to consider joining the Callis family." So Callis, pulling at the heartstrings here for Chris Jericho to join, and Jericho is taking it seriously here. We see Jack Perry in his car next, and Jack Perry's been running from Hook after attacking him. Perry says it's an unsafe working environment here, and he keeps himself locked in the limo. However, Hook appears, and then Perry runs out of the car. Hook looks at the camera and says, "Keep running, Perry." So he's coming for him. Hook is not playing with Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Don Callis is backstage next, and he says he's not afraid of Kenny Omega so much that he's going to show up alone tonight later on to discuss who will be his next, who will be their partner for Blood and Guts. We then see MJF and Adam Cole working together. They're drinking shots at a bar. Women walk up. They flirt with MJF and Cole. MJF asks Cole if he wants to join. Cole is with Britt Baker, so he says no. And then MJF walks off, does his business, and comes back. Cole says, "Why don't we do something that I want to do?" They go back home, and they play AEW Fight Forever, and the two have fun. Great segment there between those two. Next, we have Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia defeating Darby Allin and the AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy in the Blind Eliminator Tournament match. And Guevara and Daniel Garcia get the win after Prince Nana tells Garcia to use a skateboard. Swerve then runs in and double knees Darby Allin out of nowhere, and then Guevara hits the GTH to Darby, and Garcia and Guevara move on. After the match, Sammy shakes his hand with Darby. Darby has been his mentor lately. Roderick Strong is backstage, and he confronts Adam Cole on working with MJF. He doesn't trust MJF, and Adam Cole shouldn't either. We get our next Blind Eliminator Tournament match. Adam Cole and the AEW World Champion MJF defeat the team of Big Bill and Brian Cage with Prince Nana after MJF hits the Heat Seeker, and then Adam Cole hits the drop of Boom, and they move on. Also in this match, MJF was able to body slam Big Bill, which was pretty impressive. After MJF says our new shirt is really cool, we are so close to hitting the double clothesline, and basically he says that they're going to win, and on July 29th in Connecticut, they're going to face the tag team champions. MJF says, Cole says, "You're looking at the new tag team champions," and MJF says, "Because we're better than you," and Adam Cole says, "Baby." So great stuff from them. Jake Hager's backstage, and he talks to Chris Jericho, and Hager says, "I've been your friend for 10 years, and I've been here since day one. If you can't be straight with me, I can't give you 100%. And then Hager gives Jericho his hat back, and it looks like Jericho has a lot of thinking to do. We then get our own Hart Foundation semifinal tournament match. Ruby Soho with the Outcasts defeat Sky Blue after Ruby nails a future off the top rope and gets a 3 count. Ruby will now take on Willow Nightingale in the finals at Collision this Saturday. We get the QTV rap class from Harley Cameron. It was a decent video. They're basically taking shots at the Acclaimed. Next, we see Swerve Strickland with Prince Nana defeating the prodigy Nick Wayne, who is only 18 years young, and it was a very good match between these two. But Swerve gets the win after nailing a driver, and he gets 3 count. A lot of stuff to look forward to with Nick Wayne. We have our closing segment of the night. Don Callis comes out. Callis says, "I'm here to announce the 5th member of the team." And then he says Kenny Omega is a coward and a punk. Kenny Omega comes out, and before anything can happen, the Bastard Pack returns and attacks Kenny Omega from behind. Takashi Takashita and John Moxley run down and attack Omega as well. Don Callis kicks Omega. Pac says, "You shattered my bones. I'm the fifth member, and now you pay the price." However, Kenny Omega says that he has a fifth member as well. And on the Titantron, we see Kota Ibushi is coming next week to Blood and Guts to be the fifth member of the Elite. After the promo, Omega says, the Elite come down, they make the save, and Omega says, "Callis, you will never win this battle. When all 4 or 5 of you are down, Don, I'm coming for you." So we know at Blood and Guts, it's going to be the Elite and Kota Ibushi versus Blackpool Combat Club and Pac. So I'm excited for this. We have Collision this week, Battle of the Belt 7, a lot coming your way. If you like what you just heard, make sure to subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell to stay notified when new content is created on YouTube. Make sure you like and follow us on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcasts. Stay safe and stay uncensored.